What do you see when you think of the South? I mean, do you see this? Hay? Probably a barn. Well, there is a barn, but mostly when I'm talking about the South, I'm talking about this. Trees. Most of them pine trees. I mean, that's kind of the normal. But what does it even mean to be from the South? What is the South? We'll get to that. I am a Southern girl, white to be specific, born in the early 2000s to a lower middle class family in Douglasville, Georgia, less than 30 miles from Atlanta. To get to know me is to get to know my family. This is my dad, Bill, born James Billy. My dad went to Southern Polytechnic University, which has ironically been made into the Marietta Campus of KSU where I am at, and he dropped out to help his mom. That sort of indicates his values as a person. This is my mom, Nora. My mom went to Oxford College of Emory University and the University of Georgia, and she got this fancy degree in psychology with a focus in human sexuality. They were both born a half step up from dirt poor, long lines of farmers and agriculturalists. That's pretty much all they did on both sides. My parents to this day have a special loathing for both cream of wheat and Spam, have trouble spending more than $50 on a single purchase, and refuse to buy a new car even though my mom's is no longer running. They both have been working pretty much since 16 years old each. Some values that are important to my family are financial stability, education, work ethic, and wouldn't you guess it, family! I grew up with family values nearly shoved down my throat. Everything is about the family, for the family. So, what am I doing here? Well, the Southern life is a really complicated thing. The South is huge. It spans across South Carolina all the way to Texas, and even though it's the South, it isn't all the same. As an aside, Florida is not in the South. My goal is to show you what my version of the South is like. The views of my parents have led me to form both parallel and contrary beliefs to the ones that they hold. I am part of a really incredible generation of people, not without negatives, but certainly part of a change towards acceptance and enlightenment. It's a transitional era that's marked by technology. Despite many people saying that life is slow in the South, Southerners are no strangers to technology. This may not seem like a really important topic, but it really is. I, for one, fit in pretty well with my Southern kin. My gender aligns with my sex. I'm privileged for simply being born with light skin. I've got really cute freckles that many try so hard to fake. Language and communication in the South is a really interesting topic because language is often used in a very two-faced manner. A kind phrase can be the most insulting thing. And it doesn't help that the South is generally really conservative. Understanding Southern culture and its many nuances is a way to monitor its progress and wider acceptance of traditionally unaccepted norms. For this project, most of my information is going to come from my memory, but a lot will also come from my family through interviews. They're the best sources of information from my past, so it only makes sense. They also have a lot of experience dealing with people in the South, so I'll be using them for a good part of this assignment. Mainly, though, this is going to be kind of my autobiography. Some important questions are, how can someone's accent be used to discriminate against or make preconceived notions about the speaker? What accents in English are favorable versus looked down upon? How is the Southern accent perceived? What qualifies as a Southern accent? Are there different types? How have you dealt with people with accents or who speak other languages? Frankly, this is my journey in exploring my Southern roots and sort of asking and answering some of the questions I've had about Southern people in general.